famous Helium Comedy Club. Great show for you today, but before we get started, we do ask that you follow these simple rules. Please silence, or even better, turn off your cell phones. There is absolutely no filming or photography of any kind. If you need to step outside for a smoke break, just exit the same way you entered. Vaping is not allowed inside the building. There is a 2-item minimum per person while in the showroom. If you got drinks at the bar, they do not count towards this minimum. Out of respect for the performers this evening, there's absolutely no heckling or yelling towards the stage during the show. Anyone making a disruption will be asked to leave. And finally, out of respect for your fellow guests in attendance, please keep your table chatter to a minimum and your laughter to a maximum. Now, let's get this show started. Please put your hands together and make some noise. Guys, put those hands together and make some noise. Your host and MC, Grubard.
I can't say it enough times. I'll probably say it at least 418 more. Welcome. Welcome, Philadelphia. It's 4:20 p.m., 4:30, but you know, 4:20, 2024, which is the same backwards and forwards, even if you're not stoned today. And just as a fact for you guys, this is a special 420. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. And this is the game show of sobriety tests. It works perfectly on 420. How many people have been to Weeding Out the Stoned before? You hand raisers here. I used to see you guys at Temple University. I remember. Those were the days. Yeah. And how many people, is this their very first time? Thank you, Philadelphia. Welcome to Helium Comedy Club. This is, I think, our 8th or 9th 420 of doing Weeding Out the Stoned, so some people have been back. Most of you guys, this is your very first time at the game show of sobriety test. Started right here in Philadelphia. We're so happy to be back. Love this town. We'll legalize weed one day, but you know, that would be great. So here's how this show works. So you guys, so much of you guys, it's your first time, you need to know the rules around here. These are the law of the land, as it were. So here's the deal. I have 8 comedians. They are all stoned but one. One of them has remained sober, but I don't know who it is. They're anonymous right now. And so we all have to find out who that sober person is by playing a series of sobriety test games. And every game or so, we'll eliminate someone we believe is stoned to try and leave the sober person left alone on stage at the very end. You guys with me so far, or am I on mushrooms? It's more Adderall, kid. No, I don't do that. Here's the thing. So we'll have 8 players out here. We'll play a series of games, and we'll definitely take a lot of votes after every other game or so. We'll eliminate someone we think is high, and the games are based off sobriety tests. We'll play some mind games. We'll do a lot of stuff. So I have high players. I also have some high stakes. Here's the deal. I have a giant bag from Target of candy, all right? And other prizes. And I'll give stuff out like all throughout the show, but I'm gonna put some candy out here on stage just to tempt these guys that come out here, all these players. So this is a rule I call the Munchies rule. And if you see any players eating any of the candy while the games are still taking place, they obviously have the munchies and they are automatically eliminated, all right? So that's how it is. Now here's the deal. Here's what we're playing for. What our goal is, we're going to have elimination techniques every so often, and we'll take a lot of votes. So I'll say each player, I'll do an elimination round, and I'll say each player's name one by one. If you think that player is stoned, and you want to eliminate them, let everyone else know that you think they're stoned. When I say their name, you're going to cheer really loudly for them, all right? You understand? Let's try that one out real quick. Pretend that I'm stoned. I'm high, just so you know. So it's easy to pretend. This is what you're going to do when you think someone is stoned. You want to let everyone know that this is what you think, and you want to potentially eliminate that person from the game. What are you going to do when I say their name during an elimination round? Alex. There you go. And like a really big cheer, we're definitely getting rid of that person. Everyone agrees. A little light golf clap, we're not sure. Maybe they'll make it to the next round. But I think that I'm suspicious. So, if though, during that round, an elimination round when we're voting, if you think a player might be the sober person, and you want to keep them into the next game, you want to let everyone know that you should be suspicious of them and watch them because they might be the sober person. When I say their name, you're going to point at them and yell narc. Alright? I'm not going to say anyone's done that in this room before, but, you know, there's a lot of parks around here. So, let's try that one out real quick. We'll practice this one as well. Pretend that I'm sober, and definitely pretend, because I'm feeling it. So, what are you going to do when you think someone might be sober? Alex. Exactly. And a point is like an exclamation point. Get those fingers out there. Start fingering people, you know what I mean? It's old-time police talk. That's what that is. So let's try them both out one more time. What are you going to do when you think someone is stoned? Alex. What are you going to do when you think someone is sober? Alex. Fantastic. Great. Now, if we are successful, if we eliminate all the stoners and we leave the sober narc left alone at the end of the show, guess what? Everyone here gets candy. Pretty good. 420, you can't beat it. I even have some fries you can have. But if we're fooled, if a stoner is left at the very end of the show, they get the thing they desire the most in the world on 420. All of the candy. All of everyone's candy to themselves. We cannot let that happen. So I'm deputizing this audience right now. Complete. All right, you guys are deputized. So, and I'll ask a bunch of questions. I have some other prizes for you guys during Weeding Out the Stone tonight. And I'm going to try and remember to use this PowerPoint thing. You guys are gonna, don't worry, people are gonna be like, I think the host is high. I'm high, all right? So let's get that out of the way. And what is the sobriety test game gonna be like? Who here is high? Eliminated, eliminated, eliminated. See how easy that is, you know? Here you go, buddy, right on. So, it'll be things like that. So watch. I have one final hint for you guys. We've been doing this show for years, Weeding Out the Stone, the game show sobriety test. One final hint. Everybody on stage is a comedian. They're all going to say things that are funny. Don't just eliminate people because they're being funny. Eliminate people because they're acting really stonery. Does that make sense? Yeah, don't eliminate like silly. Eliminate stupid. If you see somebody getting a giggle fit about nothing that nobody else gets, that's a high person, all right? Those are my hints, you know. Are you guys ready to meet some of our players this evening? I want to hear that. Fantastic. This first introduction game, so here's how we're going to introduce our players tonight. We're at Helium Comedy Club. We're excited to see these people. I'm going to invite all of our players up to do 1 minute of stand-up comedy. This is a game we call stoned-up comedy. And remember, this is the earliest game they smoked. This is the most recent they've smoked. I will give them the light, and they are now allowed to do 1 minute of stand-up comedy. And yeah, so that's how this game is going to work. Are you guys ready to meet our first player? So put your hands together for Dru Montana! Give it up for Dru!
Thank you, Alex. Thank you for having me. Alright, real quick, can we give it up for women's rights in here one time? Give it up for women's rights. I'm a big fan myself. I learned something cool about women's rights this past year. Did you guys know after a woman gets an abortion, after the procedure's all said and done, they gotta go and they sit in the waiting room for a little bit, and then the nurse will walk out and bring them apple juice and some animal crackers? Do you guys know that? Me and my girlfriend got one, and the nurse walked out and brought her apple juice and animal crackers. And I tried my hardest not to say anything, but I looked at the nurse and I was like, man, you know who would have enjoyed apple juice and some animal crackers? My son in the trash can. And she looked at me and she said, excuse me? I said, never mind. You guys have been fun. Thank you so much.
Dru Montana, ladies and gentlemen. keep that going for your next player. Clap it up for Seth Ruddick, everybody. Clap it up for Seth.
Hello.
Begin.
Okay. You guys ever eat something just to see what your farts will be like? Not to brag or nothing, I had a bag of Sweet Valley onion chips and Indian food, and guys, it was bad. It was really bad. It was really bad. I could have farted. God damn it, they're gonna be on to me, Drew. I could have pooped, but I wanted to see how dark the tunnel would get, you know? I love it. I love eating Indian food. I love that there's a plethora of rice all the time, especially on my hardwood floor. It's so hard to pick up, guys. You know what I do? I just step on it and then eat it off my foot. You know how the Indians eat. I think that's good, right?
Give it up for Seth Ruddick, everybody. Giving his time back to the room, as we call it in the biz. And put your hands together for our next player, Sarah Bell. Give it up for Sarah Bell.
Okay, all right. Hey guys, I'm happy to be here. I'm going through a really weird time in my life right now, though. I just had two people in my life pass away recently, and it's okay. But I just had like a weird experience with my friend about this the other day. Like I was telling her this, and her response was kind of interesting. I was like, you know, two people in my family passed away recently, and she was like, "Oh my God, be careful." You know, because deaths happen in threes. She told me to fucking be careful, so I shot her. It makes her feel pretty good. I do not need to be careful at all. I think is that good? No?
Good.
Two more? All right.
I thought it was very good. Sarah Bell, right? What do you think? Still good comedy, very funny. Your next player coming up to the stage. Clap it up for Zoe Dixon, everybody. Give it up for Zoe Dixon. Ready? And begin.
Thank you. Hello, guys. I'm Zoe Dixon. Happy 420. When it gets warm like this and I smoke outside, I like to exhale on bugs so they can get high with me. Me and all of God's creations. I like that. Philly is like a very pro-weed city despite its illegality. And that's what I fuck with. Crime is a norm here. Okay, it's part of the culture. Carjackings are fucking crazy. That's like the #1 crime. You guys ever see somebody like driving a car that you know they stole? I was at Broad Air the other day and saw this guy driving a car. No license plate, but a Blue Lives Matter sticker on his bumper. I was like, this nigga's a genius. Thank you, Heather. Thank you.
Zoe Dixon, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal. And let's put our hands together. Clap it up for your next player, John Phillips. Clap it up for John Phillips. Ladies and gentlemen. John, I couldn't be pointing this out to people before. Begin whenever you're ready.
What's up, fuckers? I'm sorry. I just got to add, I'm a bus driver, so I work for a very prestigious transportation company that we have in Philadelphia. What I don't like is when they threaten me. You could have made that light, bitch. I should come up there and smack the shit out of you right now. Let me tell you the reason why you would never smack a bus driver in Philly. Because we're the only ones with seatbelts on that bitch. I kid you. That's my fantasy, y'all. Thank you. Now, Phillips.
Right? Yeah, grab a seat. And give it up for your next player, everyone. Jared Winters. There's the light.
Okay. So, hey guys, how's it going? Today's a beautiful day out, right? It's 420, but it's also gorgeous, which means all sorts of people are out. On the way here today, I was walking through West Philly, and I saw a cat in a stroller. I love West Philly because you see that type of shit. They're like, I want a dog, but I'm irresponsible. So they get a cat. The worst part, cat, terrified. Having a terrible, the cat's just, what the fuck is this? I missed the couch. Thank you.
Sarah Richards, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep that going for your next player, Devon Hall. One time for Devon Hall. Step right up.
Goodness. For context, you're gonna need to know that I'm gay. Cool. You guys took that a lot better than my parents did. I don't see anyone crying or throwing up, so we can move on. I do have to tell you, you know, like, I know I present less gay, and like I know a lot about crocodiles. You know, like, Alex, that's not an A yet, right? No, it's not. All right, I'll tell you one more. Coming out, it's tough. I gotta do it all the time, you know? It's hard. Like, thank God my friends took it well. They did, you know? Like, I was in high school, and they came up to me and they were like, hey, fat ass, you wanna go to a quick check? And I was like, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gay. And they were like, oh, all right, hey, faggot, you wanna go to a quick check? Thank you very much, guys.
Devon Hall. Devon Hall. I mean, everybody's been great so far, but I think the way Jared laughed is probably the most telling thing we've seen all game. But we have one more player. Guys, put your hands together for your final player this evening. James Moss, give it up for James.
What's up, gang? I'm actually celebrating. I just got engaged. Thank you. I'm excited. I am marrying a woman. You can still do that. Do you guys know that? Doing it kind of old school. It's cool. I'm excited to get hit. She's great. I do have a problem. I don't think I'm kinky enough for my fiance. Y'all a kinky crowd at all? I don't want to be too gross, but I'll like tell you that she's a real saucy lady. So she likes choking, a little bit of choking in the bedroom. She loves it, I know. And it hurts my neck, but I love her. So nice, very big hands, this lady.
James Moss. Yes. Phenomenal. And one time for all our players. Come on. So I think we learned a lot, mostly about the way people laugh at things that are gay. But you know, so you know, I'll ask you guys. That's just our intro game. We're gonna move on to our next game. This is more of an intro game. I'll ask somebody in the crowd a question, their opinion on who they think is definitely stoned after this game, and maybe you'll get a piece of candy for it. How about that? Our next game. Oh man, remember I was like, am I gonna be able to work this? Oh, and I can. Damn it. It's Sticky Icky Nickname Generator. This is another intro game. We're going to learn a little bit more about our players' mind spaces right now. I'm going to ask them each to come up with a brand new nickname for themselves and justify it however they can, all right? Justify this brand new nickname for yourself. Does anyone feel like going first? I'm going to start with this back row, I guess. Seth? One more time for Seth. Seth, first of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Alex. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. Seth, you feeling confident tonight?
I'd say so.
I love it. I love confidence. Seth is a Sticky Icky Nickname Generator. Tell us your brand new nickname and justify it. I don't know how I did it either. It's worse.
I'm gonna go with Sacrificial Lamb because I had no time to think of a good nickname.
Well done. I'm impressed. Give it up for Sacrificial Lamb. And one more time for Sarah, right? So funny. Sarah. Sarah, how's it going?
I'm good.
Right on. I like good. Good is good. Sarah, you feel you have any strategy for tonight?
Yeah, I'm not here to make friends. And I'm here to, I'm probably gonna lose, but here to have fun. Alright, my nickname, yeah, people have been calling me Siobhan recently, that's what I do. For obvious reasons.
Is that compliment then?
It's, I look like Theo Montana. But I am a woman! People ask me that now.
Give it up for Theo Vaughn, right? Theo Vaughn. You know you get Theo. Clap it up for your next player, Zoe, right? Zoe, how are you doing today?
I feel great. I'm doing good.
That's awesome. Do you have a strategy for the show? Feeling confident?
I'm cheating. I'm gonna cheat.
Yes. Good idea. And this is a Sticky Icky nickname generator. Tell us your brand new nickname. Justify it for us.
Brand new nickname is Big Dick. It's on my t-shirt and it's in my pants too. So
There you go. One more time for Big Dick, right? So good. And keep that going for Dru. Definitely Dru. Dru, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking me. First person to do that.
Yeah, I'm considerate, Alex.
Exactly. Very considerate. Dru, did you have a strategy for tonight?
Not really. I kind of want to be out of here by 6 because the Sixers playoff game's lost.
Strategizing. I like it. Keeping a sense of time. You sound sober to me.
Yes.
Dru, this is Sticky Icky nickname generator. Tell us your brand new nickname and justify it for us.
It's not even about my nickname. It's about my real name, which you don't know. I am revealing myself today as Dr. Anthony Fauci. I am the real Dr. Anthony Fauci. I'm working on a new serum that age reverses people, and I'm 30 years old again. Thank you for voting for me for whatever I'm up for election for.
Give it up for Dr. Anthony Fauci. Real name. Perfect justification. Do we have a mic with John? Do you have a mic? John, give it up for John one more time. John, how are you today?
I'm here.
Yeah, I get it. Are you feeling confident tonight?
I'm horny.
Definitely some alpha feelings, I got you. Good for you. John, this is Sticky Icky nickname generator. Just a practice game. Tell us your brand new nickname and justify it for us.
Porn star John.
Okay.
Because I was watching porn in the Uber down there.
All right, give it up for porn star John. And keep that going for Jared. One more time for Jared. Jared, hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. It's already been asked. But I do appreciate it. Consider it. Are you feeling confident? You have a strategy for tonight?
I'm feeling very confident, but a little weird next to horny John. I didn't realize how horny he was. I assumed a little.
All right. Well, this is Sticky Icky nickname generator. Tell us your brand new nickname and justify it.
I'm gonna go with, you could call me Ice Cube, because today's gonna be a good day.
Ooh, is it because today is going to be a good day, the justification for your nickname, you can call me Ice Cube because?
Yeah.
Give it up for, you can call me Ice Cube because today is a good day. And one more time for Devon, right? Devon. Devon, how are you?
Oh, I'm grand.
Grand indeed.
Can I be honest with you? I disagree. I'm excited that John's that horny. No one has sex with John. I want to target acquired.
All right. Sounds like we know your strategy. But we'll learn more about it tonight. Devon, this is Sticky Icky Nickname Generator. Tell us your brand new nickname and justify it for us.
Mrs. John.
Justified. Give it up for Mrs. John. One more time for James, everybody, right? James, how's it going?
It's a good day to be alive.
Yeah, I agree.
I love this stuff.
Hell yeah. What's stuff? Anyway, James, do you have a strategy for tonight's stuff?
I just want to make my family proud of me.
All right, well, make them proud. This is Sticky Icky Nickname Generator, or technically our second game, practice game. Give us your brand new nickname and justify it.
Martin Van Buren. I want to run for office one day. That name worked once. It was between that or John Quincy Adams.
All right. I like it. Give it up for Martin Van Buren, right? Hell yeah. That was Sticky Icky Nickname Generator. Give it up for all our players, right? So for some candy, I do want to ask somebody in the crowd, does anyone want to volunteer and give their opinion on what we've seen so far? You know, for straight back there. What's your name back there?
Brian.
You go by what?
Chesterfield, nickname.
Give it up for Brian Chesterfield, aka Chesterfield. Gonna get this back to you somehow. I know, at some point I added softball to this game show and I can't play. So let's find me after Chesterfield. You'll be the guy answering to Chesterfield? Great. Awesome. Chesterfield, what I want to ask you is, based on what we've seen so far, does anyone definitely seem high?
There's a couple.
Well, say one, top of the list.
Say one.
This is the very beginning of the show. In its way.
Was it Devon, LSU shirt?
Devon is definitely okay, yeah. Oh man, I get it, I feel you. See, I wanted to get your personal opinion. Somebody can pass this back to him or something, you guys? Yeah, exactly. Just throw it. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Mr. Helium. Oh God, it's gonna be up there for years at Three Musketeers Bar. It's in the rafters now. Fuck. What are you gonna do? Somebody will find it in the parking garage. Whatever. Guys, so that was Chesterfield's opinion. You guys are forming your own opinions. Can we see this next slide? And the slide after that, I believe. I still have this thing on me, I'm sure. There we go. Hell yeah. Well, let's move on to our very next game. Here's the deal. It's 30-second explanation. Thank you very much. We all know. We all know that stoners, they tend to tangent. They say things that are redundant all the time. So I'm going to give each of our players an explain this prompt. And after every prompt, I'm going to give them exactly 30 seconds to explain that prompt. No more, no less. So if they hit 30 seconds and I can do it, I'm going to say your time is up. If they hit 22 seconds and they're obviously done, I'll say you have a few seconds more. All right? That's how this game works. And we'll see what's going on in their heads, because we know that, stream of consciousness, they can go off the rails. We'll see if they can stay on track. We're looking for a coherent thought. We want to see what's going on in their minds. That's how this game works. It's 30-second explanation. You want to go the other way? Are you guys okay with that? Many of you have played this game before. Here we go. James, we're going to start with you. Okay. Are you ready to play this game?
Heck yeah.
Well, heck yeah. I like your confidence. Great. For 30 seconds exactly, explain the theory of evolution.
No. You see, sometimes when you're raised in a bullshit, made up... Thought you guys would laugh at that. Never mind. Thought that would be way funnier. So like 6 billion years ago, a fucking comet landed on a bigger comet, and germs were on it, and then dinosaurs crawled out of the ocean. Those turned into monkeys, and now, you all have blogs.
Time!
Well,
James! That is the theory of evolution. If I bet Darwin will be proud. Pass that mic down. Devon. You ready to play this game?
Absolutely.
All right. I think we're going to take a vote after this game, so everyone will voice their opinion. This is 30-second explanation. For 30 seconds exactly, explain who the coolest person alive is.
The coolest person alive? Well, John. Man, I mean, he's the best. He's smart, I assume, and he's I met John 30 seconds ago, if I'm gonna be.
Time! 30 seconds! Devon, everyone. All right, Jared, you're next. This is 30-second explanation. For 30 seconds exactly, explain why everyone is jealous of you.
Everyone is jealous of me for very obvious reasons. One of them being my impeccable fashion sense. That you wish you could find, she's laughing because she wishes she could find a used New York City cap in a dumpster like I did. Okay, but you can't. West fucking Philly. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, because just really cool stuff that I need to tell you, because whatever.
Time! Oh, Patty. There you go, Jared, everybody. John, are you ready to play this game?
I'm just here.
I feel you, man. John, for 30 seconds exactly, we're looking for a coherent thought, proof to the audience that you might be the sober person. For 30 seconds exactly, explain what a Tyrannosaurus Rex is.
A Tyrannosaurus Rex is definitely my aunt. She's a crackhead. You see how crackheads run? That's definitely my aunt. She do the thing with her mouth.
Five seconds left.
I just want to get her locked up.
Time. Some people call that time. John, let's go back up here. Seth,
Yes, sir.
you ready to play this game?
I've been born ready or something.
Okay. For 30 seconds exactly, explain how a space shuttle gets to space.
Fucking goes up there, dude. How can I make that 30 seconds? Starts on the bottom, then it's there. I don't know, how many jokes do you need from me, man? There's explosions. I was born in upstate New York. We don't know how rockets work up there. We cook amphetamines. We don't know anything else. Florida has something to do with it, I think. I don't know.
And time. There you go. Florida does have something to do with it. Something pretty accurate. Still looking for a coherent answer from somebody. Maybe. Sarah, you ready to play this game?
Let's go.
All right, for 30 seconds, explain your biggest secret.
Whoa. That's so messed up, dude. I'll tell you something weird. That's kind of a secret. So I used to be very self-conscious about clearing my throat. Like, I think that's kind of gross, so I used to fake sneeze. I used to lie about sneezing. That's a big secret. I've never told anybody that. And that's huge for me, so thank you for providing that.
Time. Give it up for Sarah. Amazing. We learned a lot. Just gotta catch it. You're catching it now. Yeah, I get it. And Zoe, are you ready to play this game?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. For 30 seconds exactly, explain what pizza tastes like.
Oh, we gotta start from the beginning. Crust. That's gonna get yeasty in your mouth. Next we have sauce. That's gonna taste like tomatoes if y'all heard of those. And then you have cheese if you're not lactose intolerant. All in all, I feel like pizza kind of tastes like. You ever like lick the inside of an envelope? It tastes like that, sticky.
That time. Hey, whatever, Zoe, right? Inside of the envelope. You've ruined pizza forever for me. And envelopes. There you go. Drew.
Yes.
final player of this game. Are you ready to play this game?
Oh yeah.
This is 30-second explanation. For 30 seconds exactly, explain your vision for the future of America.
Well, I'm happy you asked me this, Alex. As Dr. Anthony Fauci, I know exactly what this country needs, and it's 100 more rounds of vaccines for all. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we will all be getting vaccines. Your kids are getting vaccines. Anyone in here, if their cat's vaccinated yet? I'm doing it in the parking lot after the show. I got syringes left over from the dentist. I'm ready to stick them in a cat and figure out what happens. USA.
Nice, Drew. Amazing. Great. One more time for all our players, right? Real quick, just actually for one piece of candy, does anyone have someone that they believe they are suspicious of being the sober person? Oh, right here. What's your name? Brandon. Brandon, everybody. Throw it up for Brandon. Why do you say that? Well, you know, who do you think it is, though?
Honestly, I'm thinking John right here.
You think John? And is there something about you that you're, you know, are you a teacher? Are you a parent? Are you a cop? If you're a cop, you have to tell me. I'm undercover. Don't tell anybody. But what? Yeah. Why about John?
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. Give us one.
I feel like if he said he was a bus driver, I feel like he's a drug test.
Oh, okay, bus driver, I see. Yeah, they're a crack operation. Yeah, everybody knows that about SEPTA, you're totally fucking right. Everybody says that all the time. SEPTA, they specifically say they're not on crack, that's what people say. I love them to death, God bless them. Thank you so much, Brianna. All right. So yeah, we've learned a lot. We've got, so as a front runner so far is John for maybe being the sober person. I believe Devon was the person called out earlier by Chesterfield for being the most high after our very first game. We're gonna move on to our next game. There we go. It's marijuana. Here's the deal with marijuana. We're several games in now. They know that they're at least trying to convince you that they're sober, even if they are stoned. So I'm gonna ask each of our players a question that any cannabis user in the world would know, and all they have to do is get the answer wrong. This is wrong answers only, and that's how marijuana works, all right? Prove to us that you don't know anything about cannabis culture by getting this question wrong. John, let's start with you. Real quick, easy game. You've proven yourself pretty well so far. You know, you're the front runner for being the narc. Where do people buy marijuana? Wrong answers only. Where do people buy marijuana?
Oh, it's easy. Church.
Incorrect. Great job. See, if it's incorrect like that, I'll say incorrect. If it's right, I'll say right. Or even if it's right in a certain context, I might say, that's kind of correct. And we'll know that that person is not even listening to the rules right now. So, Jared, you're ready for marijuana?
Sure am.
Who are Cheech and Chong?
I think those are like newscasters from the 90s.
Oh, I've seen all of the movies. I'm running it through. No, you're incorrect. But cast that immediately, Hollywood, or CNN, or somebody. Devin,
Yeah.
this is marijuana. Name one pro-marijuana organization.
The pro-marijuana, the Taliban.
Incorrect.
And God bless the Taliban.
I'm going to say incorrect. Do me a favor. James. James, this is marijuana. How do users take their marijuana?
I think you have to throw it 100 yards.
Go Birds. Incorrect. Drew.
Yes.
Drew, name one place that marijuana is legal.
Neptune, Alex.
Correct. But I think you can get away with it. That's that to Zoe. Zoe, what is the active ingredient in marijuana?
Coochie.
Incorrect. Good answer. Sarah. John disagrees, I guess. Sarah, is marijuana? Name one movie about marijuana.
Sophie's Choice.
Incorrect. And Seth.
Yes, sir.
Name 3 common strains of marijuana.
You got your twin engine, you got your prop, and C.
Incorrect. Give it up for all our players. This is a difficult one, I think. This is difficult. So, I think after this next game, we will be eliminating somebody. I think we've seen a lot of data. So after that last game, we're going to eliminate somebody right now. You guys remember your elimination techniques? We can do a practice one. Does anyone want to volunteer to interpret the crowd and be like, this is definitely the person that got the most cheers, the least amount of narcs. This is who is obviously high we should eliminate. We can do a poll round if you need, if you have developed strong connections to them, like they're all Bambi or whatever. You know what I mean? Let's do a poll. Does anyone want to volunteer to be this interpreter? You do. Right here. What's your name? Carolyn, everyone. Clap it up for Carolyn. Thank you, Carolyn. It can be difficult. It can be difficult to do this. You know what I mean? But you guys all will vote. I'm just going to ask you who got the loudest cheers, the least amount of narcs. Who thinks that James is stoned? And if you think they might be sober, you'll narc. Who thinks that Devon is stoned? Actually, up for elimination. Who thinks that Jared is stoned? Who thinks that Erickson narc? So who thinks that John is stoned? Who thinks that Dru is stoned? There's some narcs. Definitely some narcs. Who thinks that Zoe is stoned? Narcs. Who thinks that Sarah is stoned? Sounds up there. And who thinks that Seth is stoned? All right, if you have someone you're like, that got the loudest cheer, or you want to do it between even like 3 people, it was definitely Sarah. I think Sarah should be eliminated. It's definitely high. Guys, clap it up for Sarah. But Sarah, you are eliminated. I guess she was admitting it at times. Maybe she'll get back out here and perform for us later. So we'll give it up for these 7 that are still in this, right? Amazing. They all lasted Sarah. Can you believe it? We are going to move on to our next game. Our next game is something I call Name 'em. Here's the deal with Name 'em. It's a lot like that game Categories, and we'll see how quick everybody is, how sharp. I'm going to give them all a category, and one by one, they're going to name things off in that category. And anything you say counts as an answer. So if you're trying to say, oh, what the fuck is that, and talk yourself through it, I'm going to say, what the fuck is that, isn't a superhero or whatever. And it'll move on to the next player's turn. This is a rapid fire game, so be sure to share those mics, and everyone will get multiple turns on the go around, all right? It'll be like that. And I'll tell you the category in a moment. Jared, why don't we start with you, and then we'll go left to John, and then we'll go wrap around like that. All right, just to let you know. This is Name 'em, so it's very fast, and we're doing Philly neighborhoods. All right. Jared.
Fishtown.
Correct.
West Philly.
Correct.
Kensington.
Yes.
Longcrest.
Yes.
Strawberry Mansion.
Yes.
Manayunk.
Yes. Bassett.
This is not, I don't live here. I don't know.
Northeast.
Yes.
The P.
Sure.
Where Ben Franklin from?
Oh, gotta take it.
Port Richmond.
Yes.
Overbrook.
Sure.
Old City.
Yes.
Always sunny.
I'll take it.
Old City also.
Oh, just again? I don't think incorrect. Already said. John.
What's up, Lane?
What was it?
What's up, Lane?
Oh, okay. Drew.
Basically Camden.
There you go. That's it, Zoe.
Germantown.
Yes.
The one right over there.
In its way.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Incorrect.
Cheese steaks.
Center City, where we are now.
Sure.
Nice down.
Yes.
Where the white women at?
Francisville.
Nice.
I'm so lost by now. I'm new here.
We'll do one more round, James.
Wendy's on Sanson Street.
There's no way in fuck there's this many neighborhoods.
North.
So I'll take it.
Africa Southwest.
East Philadelphia.
Yes, I'll take it.
Red House.
Yes.
Fairmount Park.
So I'll take it. Give it up for all of them, right? Quick on the uptake. A lot of them know their shit. That's how it goes. So, let's do a vote round. Does anyone want to interpret this next vote? We might eliminate somebody. How are you guys feeling out there? Does anyone want to interpret our next vote? I know, man. Roll it back here. What's your name? Andrew, everybody. Give it up for Andrew. You want somebody in your section now to get, all right, Andrew. So, I'm going to do another elimination round. We might not eliminate anybody based on if people boo or cheer what you pick. And, but just who gets the loudest cheers, the least amount of narcs. Who thinks that Dru is stoned? A lot of narcs. Who thinks that Zoe is stoned? Who thinks that Seth is stoned? Who thinks that James is stoned? Who thinks that Devon is stoned? Who thinks that Jared is stoned? And who thinks that John is stoned? Leading on Dru is the narc now, I'm hearing. Andrew, what do you say? Who got the loudest cheers, is definitely high, should be eliminated next? Should I do it between Devon and Seth? All right. I'm going to go back to you, Andrew. Who thinks that Devon is stoned? Who thinks that Seth is stoned? Andrew, what say you? That's great. Yeah, well, look at him. Guys in tie-dye blankets and shit. I'll tell you what, you guys survived this round. Andrew is the stoner and can't decide. I think we're about to call it the fish rule or something, all right? The grateful eliminated, some shit like that. So we're gonna, we've heard what some of you guys in the audience think about our players and who's stoned or not. Let's see what these guys up here think. This is a game we call the blame game, all right? So I'm gonna ask each of our players who they think is stoned up here and why we should eliminate them next. Give us some evidence on something we've seen so far and why this is where you're passing the blame, all right? Seth, you were on the hot seat there, almost eliminated. Who do you think is stoned up here and why? Pass the blame.
Man, I think they're all high because I was watching them in the back, but that doesn't count. So we got to talk about what we saw, right? Like out here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not very convincing right now, am I?
You learn a lot.
James, he's fucking so high. Look at him. Look at his hair. Look at his hair, man.
That's one for James up here. Zoe, who do you think is stoned amongst your comrades up here and why?
Horny man John over here. Obviously, weed makes you horny, right? I'm not making that up. I'm making that up. No.
He's horny, right?
All right. Weed makes you horny. I got you. I have a few aphrodisiacs on me, But yeah, Dru, I want to see you pass some blame around here. Who do you think is stoned up here and why?
I also think James is stoned. I don't really know. I just don't like James. I honestly don't know why. I've known James for 4 years, never liked him once. And if there's a police officer in here, they should arrest him.
All right, there you go. So that's 2 for James. John, you've had some blame thrown at you. Who do you think is stoned up here and why?
See, the blacks, we never really snitch. To diversify, I think my man back there with the pink hat and the sunglasses definitely fucked up.
All right, I got you.
The reason why I think that, because
I see. You guys are trying to play all sorts of games up here. Interesting. Jared?
Well, the Irish snitch all the time. We also join I'm gonna go with John and say Dru because of that hat.
All right.
And he's cool, so I'm gonna.
I believe that's 1 for John, 2 for James, 2 for Drew. Am I right about that so far? Devin, it's on you. Devin, who do you think is stoned up here and why?
I'm gonna go, I apologize, what is your name again? Jared. Irish people are disgusting. It's clearly Jared. They're dirty fucking, they were so high they couldn't think of anything but potatoes. And it failed them. Vote this man out.
Yeah, man. Even homosexuals can be racist. That's 1 for Jared. James.
Yeah.
It's on you. You've had 2 votes. Have gone your way.
Real talk, you guys think my hair is cool, right? That really bugs me. Thank you. Alright, cool. Fucking, it's Drew is the biggest pothead in the world. Get him out of here. The last time he was in my apartment, he ashed his blunt in my new Yankee Candle. Fucking get him out of here, dude.
A little tit for tat, I see. Got you. So, that was, I believe, 3 votes for Drew, 2 for James, 1 for John, 1 for Jared. Give it up for all our players, though. They were all great. That's what they think. But it's not up to them. It's up to us, all right? We are going to eliminate 1 more person. 2 people got left in this last time. Does anyone want to interpret the crowd this go around? I'll start picking people. Yes, right here. What's your name? Ariel, everybody. Give it up for Ariel and that catch. Man, you've been on the land for a long time. Ariel, you know the deal. We're gonna, loudest cheers is who we're gonna eliminate. If you need me to do it between a few people, after we can do that, all right? If it's tough like Andrew, it was tough for him. So, are you guys ready for this? So, let's start over here. Who thinks that John is stoned? Who thinks that Jared is stoned? Who thinks that Devin is stoned? Who thinks that James is stoned? Who thinks that Seth is stoned? Who thinks that Zoe is stoned? And who thinks that Drew is stoned? Alright, that's tough, right? So you've seen a lot of games. Who do you think got the loudest cheers there? If you want me to do it between a few of them, Devin and James will do it between Devin and James. Sound good? I add in a third. We'll do just 3, just to even get a different one. Just to fuck with their heads, you know what I mean? Just fucking lying, treat them with any respect. Who thinks that James is stoned? Who thinks that Devin is stoned? And who thinks that Jared is stoned? You got a good range to pick from. Who got the loudest cheers? Who's on everyone's mind? Devin? Guys, clap it up for Devin, everybody. Devin, you are eliminated. These guys are still in this. We're going to do, and they're going to regret that they're still in this game. Because I have our next game. We know that stoners, they can't remember things. They have short-term memory loss, and they have long-term memory loss. And they have performance anxiety. So I'm going to ask each of our players to sing anything for 15 seconds. Anything. They can sing anything. So that's how this game goes. It's called Sing Off. And we're seeing what songs they pick, if they can remember the lyrics, if it's a crowd pleaser, things like that. Just 15 seconds. This is Sing Off. Does anyone feel like going first? So I'll give you the option. John wants to go first. You got your hand up there. Go, John. John, you can stand, you can sit, you can do whatever you want. And whenever you start, I'll start your time.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome one day.
A time. Oh yeah, there you go. Great job. Well, that time that was. Great choice. Jared, yeah, it can be on you. This is Sing Off. 15 seconds.
Starting now.
Sure.
Okay. Can you take me higher to that place where blind men see? Can you take me higher?
Hell yes. Great job. Now we know he's religious too. I learned a lot. James, it's up to you.
Why don't you pick someone else? You have to call it. Oh, okay.
It's up to you.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they understand. Everybody, when everything's meant to be broken, I just want you to know who I am.
James Moss. Great job. Want to say that, Seth?
Yeah.
You feeling it? Feeling the rhythm?
Sure, yeah. Ready?
Whenever you're ready, bud.
This town is coming like a ghost town. This town is coming like a ghost town. All the clubs are closed down.
Time. Am I the only other person in the room that knows what song that was? Yeah. We got a ska fan from the 80s. Good for you. Good for you. I love it. Zoe, it's on you. This is Sing Off.
Okay.
15 seconds. Sing anything.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel round and back again. Our heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Time. You're a perfect Zoe. Oh, hell yeah. I love it. That is, you guys are the best. Fuck yeah, Zoe. Great answer. Drew, I'm almost like, can you just finish that song? Thanks for being. But you can do whatever.
I don't know that one.
Not good.
The hat's coming off, Alex.
All right. Oh, Sam.
Palms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. Vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous. On the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. Whole crowd, something's loud and he goes out. But the words won't come out. Snap back to reality. Oh, gravity, oh.
Time. Drew, this is going through. Great job all around. Crowd pleasers amongst them. So we are going to eliminate one more person. That's how this is going to go. Does someone want to be our interpreter right now for how the crowd is voting? Right here. What's your name? Zeke, everybody. Clap it up for Zeke. Zeke, there's a lantern in there too. From some smoke shop. Nobody knows. All right, you know. Anyway. So, Zeke, I'm going to go to you. Who gets the loudest cheers? Again, if you need me to do it between a few people, we can do that. Let's start up here this time. Who thinks that Drew is stoned? Those are darks. Who thinks that Zoe is stoned? Who thinks Seth is stoned? Who thinks that James is stoned? Who thinks that Jared is stoned? Who thinks that John is stoned? I hear several narcs. Zeke, it's back to you.
Definitely sacrificial lamb.
Sacrificial lamb. Good on you for remembering the nickname. I love that. Give it up for Seth, everybody. He has been sacrificed. Oh, just some candy. Terrible. We are going to move on to our next game. You know how this goes. That was Sing Off. This is Potent Poems. So you guys need to get a good view of this at some point, actually, if we can. Oh, unless it's not going to work, we can end up skipping this game. Well, see, so what I'm going to ask you guys to do is, wait, is this the next game? Sorry. This is Potent Poems. This is, oh, there's supposed to be, never mind. We have, we're gonna skip this game. You know what? I'm gonna just hand you all balloons and be like, blow them up for 10 minutes. No, we can do this. I think I was supposed to eliminate one more person because Andrew didn't eliminate somebody. Can I actually, we gotta eliminate one more person is what we gotta do. I know. Is that okay? I know. So does anyone else want to, you know, grab some more candy? See, come back to you back there. What's your name back there? Yeah. Madison, everybody. Clap it up for Madison. Somehow new to sit next to Chesterfield. I don't know how you guys did that with your minds or something. You're like, we have interesting names. But it's Madison. So we can play a quick game if you need some advice. If you need to hear some data. Huh? Like I can't just make them blow up balloons and we could, I know, it's really intense, so I was not gonna do it. Yeah. Do you need any more data, or do you think you can listen to everybody and eliminate somebody? You can do it? Here, we'll do one more round, alright? So, and Maxon will interpret this next person. Who thinks that Zoe is stoned? Who thinks that James is stoned? Who thinks that Dru is stoned? Who thinks that Jared is stoned? And who thinks that John is stoned? Madison, it's back to you. Madison? Do you need me to do it between two people or something? Anything like that? Sorry. The ball cap? Is that what you're saying? Ball cap? You're saying Jared? You don't need to know his name. You don't have to respect him in any way, really. But I just want to confirm that you're saying. Ball cap, Jared. Purple ball cap. Jared, guys, clap it up for Jared. Unless you want to try and blow the balloon for your... No, there you go. Guys, clap it up one more time. Jared, yeah, everybody. Jared, you are eliminated. Oh man, but you got his info after the show if you want to, you know, hook up, whatever. Something like that. So this next game, we know that stoners, you know, they're in touch with nature, they're very creative. I am going to show each of our players a photo, and I'm going to ask each of them to freestyle a poem and use their creativity, be inspired. I'm going to show them a photo from nature, and all they have to do is freestyle a poem. We'll get what's going on in their head. It'll be, that's how it is. So it's freestyle a poem, and when someone's done with a poem, we can probably give them the snaps, you know, we're being creative. So that's how this game works. Does anyone want to go first? John, are you ready to go on this game?
Go ahead.
You just have to freestyle a poem, any poem, about this photo from nature.
Anything goes?
Of course. Be inspired.
As I guide you through the wet, I'll play with your areolas like baked cookies. As I dip into your deep blue sea, you know not to play with me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful and horny. That was like from the 1800s, you know what I mean? I loved it, John. Great job. Who's next? Dru. Are you ready to see this poem? Be inspired. Photo from nature. Be inspired. Express yourself.
Squirrel loved Indian corn during fall season. Why is John horny for no reason? It's 5:37. Squirrel still hungry. Squirrel still hungry.
Beautiful. Squirrel Still Hungry is about to be published, I think. Beautiful stuff. James, let's see this next photo from nature.
Hometown, Wilmington, Delaware. The people, the place, the sights, the smells. To go back there, I would do anything.
Beautiful. So, this poems, freestyle poem about this next photo. From nature. Photo from nature.
It's not a phase, Mom. This is who I really am.
Beautiful. Now that was a haiku. Good stuff. Give it up for all our players, right? They were great. That was potent poems. And obviously we're winding down, you know, we're into our final four. We are going to play one more game and then eliminate one more person. That's how that's going to go, I believe. Let me check. You know, whoever makes this slideshow is a fucking stoner. That's me. So this is a game called Paranoid Schmaranoid. We all know that stoners, they're nervous, they're paranoid, they have anxiety. So I'm going to give each of our players a prompt of a common fear, and all they have to do to prove they're not stoned is tell us why that common fear is no big deal. Show some confidence. Tell us why this common fear is no big deal. Take your time with it, whatever you have to do. There's no, you know, it's not very definitive how much time you're doing. So, you know, do what you need to. Zoe, do you want to start?
Let's do it.
All right, yeah, simple game. Paranoid Schmaranoid. Be cool, be confident. Tell us why avalanches are no big deal.
No big deal, especially when you got big guns like me. Avalanches are not scary at all. Claustrophobia doesn't bother me. Things falling on me and suffocating me. It's no big deal. It's like having you guys ever have like a big guy over top of you? It's like...
There you go. Who's this guy in Avalanche? We love it. Great answer. I felt pretty confident. It happens. It's like, you know, these things happen. James, are you ready to play this game?
Yo.
All right, for, you know, what time you need to take this Paranoid Schmaranoid, just tell us why World War III is no big deal.
World War III ain't gonna be shit, for real. There's been like 10 of these that are supposed to be World War III and it hasn't happened yet. Ukraine was a thing, nothing. I think if a missile hit me, it would bounce off and make a ping noise. I don't give a fuck about a World War III. I'll fucking uppercut a missile, dude.
Great stuff, all right. I felt pretty confident, yeah. You're making me feel confident. Drew, this is Paranoid Schmaranoid. Tell us why a horde of zombies is no big deal.
Zombies aren't a problem, Alex. As Dr. Anthony Fauci, we're working on a vaccine for them too, dude. We're gonna restore those fuckers back to normal. Zombies will be hot ladies and regular dudes once again, dude. And that is my promise by 2027. Just keep taking the vaccines, dude. We'll all be fine.
Sounds good. There you go. Vaccines for zombies. Thank you, Drew. And John. This is Paranoid Schmaranoid. Tell us why getting a tapeworm is no big deal.
Getting a tapeworm is no big deal. It's not the big bitches in the world, man. They just keep feeding their fucking stomach. They know cookies taste like cookies over and over again, but they continue to feed that shit. That's why it's no big deal. Let me explain. I love big bitches. I love it. I love to slam them and feed them at the same time. I love it. So keep supporting big bitches, man. Thank you.
Horny John, thank you. Yeah, there we go. It's like getting a tapeworm is no big deal, as a reminder. There you go. Give it up for all our players, right? Give it up for all of them. That was Paranoid Schmaranoid. I felt like they were all pretty confident. So we are going to eliminate one more person. We're whittling it down. Does anyone want to interpret this next part? Maybe over in this area? I feel like nobody's sharing yet. What's your name? Drew. How many Drews are there? My lord. There we go, Drew. So you know the deal. Still looking for the highest player. Sir, you might want to also try and catch this. There you go. All right. There you go. Guys, Drew, you ready? All right. Who out there thinks Zoe is stoned? Who thinks that James is stoned? Who thinks that Dru is stoned? Who thinks that John is stoned? Dru, it's on you. Who got the least snarks, the loudest cheers? We're gonna let it down.
It's close, but I think James got it.
James, and you want to do it between James and this other person that it's close with? You think that's it? People are feeling fine about it? All right, guys, clap it up for James. But James, you are eliminated. And we're going to move on to our next game. We're down to 3 people. This is another simple, quick game, all right? It's called Make Me a Movie. We know that movies, stoners love movies. There are specifically stoner movies. And how do people create these? They get stoned and think of movies. So I'm gonna give each of our players 3 actors, 3 famous actors, and all they have to do is pitch a movie, and we'll judge if we think that's a stoner movie or not. If we hear a stoner movie, we're probably gonna eliminate them. So you can pitch us a quick movie starring these people and give us the title of that movie. The title would be great if you can. This is a game we call Make Me a Movie. John, do you want to start us off?
I don't understand this, so she can go.
Zoe, you understand?
Ladies first.
I'll give you 3 people.
Okay.
And you just have to tell me, just tell me.
Yeah.
Right, all right. There you go. So, tell us a movie that stars Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that's going to be Cars 4. Starring Owen Wilson as he did in the first 3. Morgan Freeman, he's going to play the old broken down car in the town. And he's lived there his whole life. It's changing though. The town's changing. All these new, young, bright colored cars are moving in. But they learn to live with each other.
That's great. Cars 4, everybody. Sounds good. Maybe a movie sold. Dru.
Yes.
Are you ready to play this game?
Oh yeah.
All right, this is Make Me a Movie. Just pitch us a movie starring these people. All right. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Meryl Streep, John Leguizamo.
I don't know either of the last 2, but I'm gonna go with. I don't know who either of them old dudes are, but I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna do Cars 5 with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's gonna play every single car in the whole fucking village. All that shit about diversity is gone. It's just Arnold Schwarzenegger in the village doing German accents, driving cars.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
All right, we have a sequel, Cars 5. John, do you have a vague idea of what's going on in this game?
Yeah, not really, because I'm to kill him, man. But
well, you can do it,
y'all can make up any movie.
Exactly. Pitch us a new movie.
Word.
Starring these people.
Let's go.
And it's
all I need was
right?
thank you for the
Do you even need me to give you names? Right? No, but I'll give you some names, all right? See what you can do with this. Maybe you don't know them, but this is what casting directors have to go through every day. I don't know why I'm giving them empathy. But anyway, John, pitch us a movie that stars Tom Cruise, Tom Hardy, and Tom Holland.
Wow. Shit. No brothers, huh? Oh, yeah. It's called No Brothers. I'm gonna have him do regular shit like trying to go get a loan from a bank and it's not gonna fucking work. Hey, baby mama ain't shit. And they out here smoking weed, doing dumb shit on a Sunday. Shit,
That's a new movie, No Brothers. It's amazing. And that one is coming out. I know, it's very interesting. Give it up for all 3 of them. They were all great. There we go. So we're gonna move on to our next game. We can take a vote. But we're not gonna. Let's take a vote real quick. I'm not gonna eliminate somebody. We'll move on to our penultimate game. We will eliminate someone, and then we'll have our final game. Who thinks that Zoe is stoned? Thanks, guys. I'm hearing some narcs. Who thinks that Dru is stoned? Some claps, but a lot of narcs. Who thinks that John is stoned? right, so we're going to move on to our next game, and then we will eliminate one more person, and we'll have our final two after this next game. Guess what? It's the CBAs! So this is based off a real sobriety test that I watch out for. I am going to ask each of our players to recite the alphabet backwards, and I will be timing them. So, what are we looking for? We're looking for accuracy. We're looking for speed. Sometimes people, this is very difficult, so people have entire nervous breakdowns, and you can learn a lot on whether they're stoned or not. A lot of our games tonight were tangential games. A lot of them were about speed and sharpness, how quick-witted you are, things like that, how on the ball you are, or if you're stoned or not. This is a game that tests almost all of our things throughout the night, throughout the game show. So I'm going to just ask you to give it your best shot. Recite the alphabet backwards. People go on tangents. You can talk yourself through this one.
Drew, go first. I got it in my head, dude.
Oh, you want to go first? All right. All right. Whenever you're ready, I'll start your time whenever you begin.
ZYXWVUTS. Fuck. No, I didn't. I'm good. Shut up, dude. I went to public school, dude. Hold on. SPOMNLIJHGDCBA.
Time! Give it up for Drew!
Is that close?
Pretty well. You missed a few. Yeah.
Which one's
the wrong one? R, you missed. I think L was in a weird spot. But you did it in 37 seconds, all right? So that's very good. Give it up one more time for Drew. Score a beat. Do you guys feel like going next? Give me the option.
I'll get this shit out of the way.
John is going to get this shit out of the way. I like your
It's not
spirit.
going to go well.
Do what you're thinking.
Just
Give it your
listen.
best shot.
You
You've
ready?
done a lot of things tonight, maybe to prove that you're stoned. It's not just this game.
Go. Yeah.
But whenever you're ready, I'll start your time.
Hey.
Time. I'll take it. You heard it? That makes one of us. But I heard A. But there you go. But speed is important. So that was 6 seconds. Give it up for John. Very fast. So we have a big range here. I would say Drew looking more accurate. Am I right? Than it was. Mr. R. Who cares? Zoe, it is on you. Big range of how this is going so far.
Alright, ZYXWVUTSRQNMGH
Time! Zoe! Pretty good too. Decided to go for both accuracy and speed. Skipped a few things. And got herself 19 seconds, right? Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, so remember speed, Drew did it in 37, Zoe in 19, John in 6. Accuracy all over the place. I think we learned a lot. We learned a lot there. We are going to eliminate one more person and then we'll move on to our final game. So does anyone want to interpret the crowd this next voting round? Back there. Somebody, maybe. I know it gets more difficult. Over here, what's your name? Lindsay, everybody. Clap it up for Lindsay. There you go. Lindsay, here we go. Happy birthday, Lindsay. Here's one piece of candy. I just grabbed something. I'm sorry. Yes, Lindsay, you'll be interpreting the crowd. We're getting down to it, so use those narcs wisely, you know? We're keeping the people that you say narc for. If you cheer really loudly for people, we're eliminating them. Let's start in the middle. Who thinks that Drew is stoned? Here it works. So, who thinks that Zoe is stoned? Who thinks John is stoned? Where are you? Remind me of your name. Lindsay. Lindsay, who do you think is stoned up here? Who got the loudest cheers? You want to do it one more time between all three? But you want just do the two of them? Who thinks that Zoe is stoned? And who thinks that John is stoned? Lindsay. John, guys, clap it up for John. But John, you are eliminated. There you go, and everybody's been great so far, but they have made it this far and beat up so many other players. Give it up for Drew, give it up for Zoe. That was the CBAs. We are going to move on to our final game, and here's the thing. We've had a great time tonight. We started out with 8 players, 8 differently named players. I have been saying their names all night long. Throughout the entire show, I've been saying their names. I've also asked many of your names. There were other names said throughout the show, in questions and in answers. So, just like that early game name up, we're going to name as many names as we can of people that were on the show, but there are lots of names out there and a lot of correct answers. So let's try and name everyone that started on the show, everyone that was on stage tonight during Weeding Out the Stoned on 420, and we'll go back and forth, rapid fire. So you take your turn, you say one name, goes back to the next person's turn, and anything you say counts as an answer. So you can certainly lose your turn if you're like, oh shit, who was sitting there? Yeah. But remember that it's 420. There were a lot of names said tonight, so there are a lot of right answers out there. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Do you want to start us off?
Jared.
Jared.
Devon.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Zoe.
Yes.
Seth.
Yes.
Devon.
Devon already said.
Lindsay.
Lindsay, correct.
Drew.
Drew, there was so many.
Andrew, over there.
Also said.
Ariel.
Yes.
Zeke.
Yes.
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
Give it up for Alex.
I also was here. That is correct. Thank you.
Madison.
Madison.
I think that was everybody.
Incorrect.
John?
So it's on you. Can you think of other names said during the show? In questions and answers.
Fauci.
Fauci, correct. Exactly.
The sacrificial lamb.
Yes.
Big Dick.
Big Dick, yes.
Martin Van Buren was here.
Yes, Martin Van Buren was here.
Eminem.
Eminem. Yeah, we'll take it. We all know.
We had Creed in the front row.
Yeah, agreed. Okay.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yes.
Carolyn.
Carolyn was said, yeah. Deep pull.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep was said.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Luke Wilson.
Yes.
Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
The Cars from Cars.
Yeah, we'll take
The Neighborhood in Cars.
John Legazuzzi or something? What was his name? John Leg or something?
it. Yeah. We'll take it. Tom is correct, I guess. Yeah.
Tom Hardy, Cruz, and Holland.
Correct. Do it.
Come on.
You guys got it. We'll do it. Maybe give you 2 more rounds each.
Brothers.
Brothers.
No Brothers.
No Brothers was a title of a movie.
Kensington. That's a guy.
Sure, yeah. Well, has to be named after somebody. You got one more?
Sarah.
Sarah. Again.
Give it up for the chairs on stage, y'all.
Guys, give it up for all of our players. They were great. They did so well. For sure. Phenomenal stuff. But that was our final game. We are eliminating one more person. One more person is getting eliminated. Does anyone want to be our interpreter this final round? Right over here. What's your name, sir? Johnson, everybody. Clap it up for Johnson. We need some treats for being our final participant. Thank you so much, Johnson. Can anyone, you didn't say Johnson. Yeah. You're ready to do this? We're listening to who gets we'll do 2 rounds of this. We'll do 1 cheer round, and we'll do 1 narc round, just to get a clear answer for Johnson, all right? Of who we think is the sober person. So we'll do a stoner round first. Who thinks that Zoe is stoned? Save your notes for the next round. Just cheering for who we think is stoned right now. Who thinks that Dru is stoned? All right, now we're gonna do a narc round. Just yell narc for the one person you think is the narc. So Johnson gets a clear answer. Who thinks that Zoe is the narc? Okay, and who thinks that Dru is the narc? Johnson, who are we eliminating? Who's definitely high?
I disagree, but as an impartial arbiter.
You're not eliminating Zoe, you think, or what are you saying?
Dru is the narc, clearly, from the crowd's response.
All right, so you're eliminating Zoe and Huckabee. I just want to get a clear answer. Guys, clap it up for Zoe. Zoe, you are eliminating the big dip. Made it very far. Our final player on stage, clap it up for Dru! I know, you do an amazing job, Dru. Thanks for being here. You've outlasted 7 other players. Tell us what we all want to know.
I'm the highest I've been in a long time. I've played this game 7 times and I get eliminated in the first round every time. I acted my ass off for this. Dude, I studied the questions. This was so fun.
Hell yeah, thank you, Dru. Dru, one stone. Find me after the show. I've got a big bag of candy. I've got other stuff. Find me, I'll hit you something. Guys, here's a bunch of candy, but we definitely need to know, who was the sober person. Where are you? Can you please make your way to the stage? Who was? Reveal yourself. It was James.
Again, I just have to say, he ashed his blunt in my candle. Get the fuck out of here, dude! I'm furious. You guys let me down.
Guys, give it up for yourselves. You guys were an awesome crowd. Give it up for all our players. They were incredible. Here's some candy, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna throw some candy at you guys for a little bit. Thank you so much for being here. Find me after the show. I've got tons of candy. Here's the thing. You can find Weeding on the Stone on the internet. WeedingOnTheStone.com. Follow us out. Weeding on the Stone on everything. You can buy t-shirts like this. Thank you guys again so much for being here. Enjoy.